Wow. Interesting. Now,
a multi-million dollar contract from MVP
that's Muhammad Ali's nephew.
to the path legacy. If I wanted to, I could be a millionaire right now. I'm fighting a real fighter tonight. So I'm not a part of that circus league of boxing. Jake Paul or Mike Tyson. Jake Paul or Mike Tyson. Jake Paul or Mike Tyson. Jake Paul or Mike. Jake Paul or School Gary. Time to go back to school.
And watch me beat on you with all the experience that I have.
They called
I
him
wanted
private
to
school
stay
Perry.
active and get as much experience as I possibly could, and this is a like appetizer. I'm still fighting.
Today, we're diving into the juiciest boxing drama you didn't know you needed. First up, Nico Ali Walsh, the proud grandson of Muhammad Ali, just delivered a knockout outside the ring by rejecting a big money fight with none other than Jake Paul. Nico's reason? He's in the real league, not the circus as he puts it. Shade much, of course. Jake Paul couldn't stay silent and fired back on social media, but Nico is too busy living up to his granddad's legacy to bother with Twitter beefs. Meanwhile, Jake Paul is stirring the pot with new training videos that have fans hyped for his upcoming bouts against Mike Perry and Mike Tyson. Love him or hate him, Paul's relentless hustle is undeniable. Speaking of Perry, his promise to give Jake a beat down he'll never forget, adding more heat to this summer showdown. As if that wasn't enough, the much anticipated fight with Tyson is hanging by a thread, with Tyson's health causing serious doubts. And in classic Jake Paul fashion, he went undercover at Walmart, disguised as a giant deodorant can, to ask fans if he stands a chance against Iron Mike. Talk about dedication to the craft of stirring up buzz. Stay tuned because the saga is just getting started and you won't want to miss a
That's
second.
pretty funny. He goes undercover
Ali's
at Walmart.
grandson snubs Paul.
That's pretty original
Nico
thought.
Ali Walsh, the grandson of the legendary Muhammad Ali, has hit the headlines with a decision bolder than a heavyweight knockout. Imagine Nico at the ceremonial weigh-in, standing tall and ready to rumble with Danny Rosenberger at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Just days before this showdown, our insider scoop reveals that Nico got an offer from MVP Promotions, the brainchild of social media star Jake Paul. We're talking multi-million dollars here. Tempting, right? But Nico wasn't having any of it. In a post-fight interview, still buzzing from his unanimous win over Sona Akale, Nico dropped the mic. Before this fight, I turned down a multi-million dollar contract from MVP Promotions to fight Jake Paul, he announced, practically glowing with pride and determination. I'm fighting a real fighter tonight.
I denied a multi-million dollar contract from MVP Promotions to fight Jake Paul. I chose the path of legacy. If I wanted to, I could be a millionaire right now. I'm fighting a real fighter tonight. So I'm not a part of that circus league of boxing.
So I'm not part of that circus league of boxing. This is the real league of boxing. This is what I'm going to do. Boom, shade thrown, and the crowd goes wild. Of course, Jake Paul didn't take this lying down. He fired back on social media because, duh, that's what Jake Paul does. But let's be honest, Nico was more interested in proving his worth in the ring than getting into a Twitter war. Adding more spice to the story, Nico also addressed some salty remarks from WBO light welterweight champ Teofimo Lopez. Lopez had the nerve to say Nico was only in boxing for the money and fame. Nico's clapback? He disrespects my family, saying I'm only in boxing because I'm desperate for money and fame. I just want everyone to know that I chose the path of boxing. I chose the path of legacy. If I wanted to, I could be a millionaire right now. Mic drop, echo, and a standing ovation.
I want to make a career for myself. I want to continue my grandfather's legacy in boxing. And no disrespect to him, but once you fight someone in that category, you often get categorized. And I haven't fought, a YouTuber or anything like that. So I want to stick with fighting the boxer.
For those keeping score, Nico Ali Walsh is now boasting a 10-1 record with 5 knockouts. While others chase the quick fame and fortune, Nico is in it for the long game, honoring his grandfather's legacy with every punch.
You
So
don't have
here's
a
to the
record
real
like
fighters,
or
the
a fight
legacy
like his
builders,
grandfather,
and the
though.
rounds they own, one punch at a time.
Are they hearing me when we talk?
Jake Paul's training buzz. Jake Paul loves a viral video almost as much as he loves
They should have took
defying
the $1 million.
expectations. The YouTube sensation
That's quite
turned
stupid,
boxing
actually.
provocateur
If you
is
view it
back,
as a business,
releasing training footage
you could have
that
took the $1
got
million
fans
and went right
buzzing.
back to boxing.
He's set to face ex-UFC bruiser Mike Perry
Private
on
school
July
Perry.
20, followed by a showdown with the legendary Mike Tyson on November 15. Broadcasting from his gym in Puerto Rico, Paul shared a sneak peek of his intense prep sessions. He's not messing around, landing crisp punches on the pads and going to town on the heavy bag. Fans are hyped, with one saying, "Looking sharp, I'd be nervous if I were Perry or Tyson," with skeptics remain, calling him stiff and
The heavy
slow.
bag is brutal on your body. It takes a lot of pounding on your bicep and tendons and your shoulders.
Paul's strategy is clear. Keep the momentum rolling and silence the naysayers. After Mike Tyson had to pull out of their original match due to health issues, Paul locked in a fight with Perry despite the risk. "I'm potentially sacrificing the biggest payday of my career if I lose to Mike Perry," Paul admitted. "But these are the positions I like to put myself in." Jake Paul has built his brand on the improbable and the audacious. With victories in 2024, he hopes to become a boxing world champion. First, he must navigate Perry and Tyson, proving he's more than just a YouTube star. Perry promises pain. Mike Perry isn't holding back any punches when it comes to his upcoming bout with Jake Paul. The ex-UFC fighter has vowed to give Paul a beating he'll never forget. Originally, Jake Paul was set to face Mike Tyson on July 20, but after Tyson experienced a medical emergency, their fight got postponed to November, paving the way for Perry versus Paul. Since leaving the UFC, Perry has made a name for himself in the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, or BKFC, where he boasts an undefeated 5-0 record. His victories over big names like Luke Rockhold and Michael Venom Page have
That was
cemented
in
his
UFC.
status as a force to be reckoned with in the bare knuckle scene. Perry is supremely confident in his abilities, predicting he will knock out Paul by the 7th round. "I know his right hand," Perry said. "I understood it back when he hit me with it. That's his little thing, and I get it. I got a couple of shots that I'm really good at, too."
Said, "Hey, bro, we've never been friends. He never been cool with me. He wanted to beat me up, and he's a sneaky little snake. Mike Perry's gonna beat the out of Jake Paul. What now? I'm here. This is my chance. This is my opportunity. And watch me beat on you with all the experience that I have." July 20th. Come and see it. Emily Arena, Tampa, Florida. Days of pay-per-view. You got to get through me July 20th and then make it to that November 15th date. And
We're both in for a battle. It's gonna be a fight, and it's gonna be a test of wills. Perry is unfazed by Paul's reputation, and he's ready to bring the heat on July 20. "If he's putting pressure on me to try and get me out of there, I'll get him out of there quicker. When it comes to adrenaline, and that July 20th night, I'm gonna be a problem for anyone on this planet," Perry promised. Tyson fight in jeopardy. Jake Paul dropped a bombshell hint that his fight with Mike Tyson might never happen. Originally set for July
That's gonna
20,
happen.
the bout got pushed to November after Tyson
November
suffered
5th.
a stomach ulcer flare-up.
Or
Insiders say
15th, I'm
fans
not
are
sure.
worried another health issue could derail the fight.
I wanted to stay active and get as much experience as I possibly could, and this is a bike appetizer. I'm still fighting experienced partner to go in there with to test my skills to get better with each fight, and I believe if I can put my skills to the test against him, then
After he talks.
I'll have an easier time with Tyson in November. But that's what propelled me so far in my career is not slowing down and always challenging myself.
Paul, trying to stay sharp, will face ex-UFC star Mike Perry in Texas